Okay, so all right, yeah. So I think we can all agree that excuse me, that this has definitely been a dark, divisive year. Between the results of this year's election. Excuse me, I'm sorry if I yawn or I just any long pauses. I want this to be pretty much as real as possible and can, and just show you how serious I am about this. But yeah. So there's no doubt this has been a dark, divisive year between the results of this year's election and all the deaths we had this year between the lead singer of Earth, Wind and Fire, David Bowie, Alan Rickman, Prince, Muhammad Ali, um, Gene Wilder, hell, even Charlie Lowe and Bill Nunn, Radio Raheem himself from Do the Right Thing. All of them passed away. Hell, even death even came on a more personal note because like earlier this year my father passed away. Yeah, so yeah, this has definitely been a dark, divisive year. But and even a couple of days ago, like George Michael passed away, and um and Ricky Harris, he's a comedian slash actor. He passed away, and it just feels like since the year is coming to a close, it just feels like 2016 is trying to pretty much all right, trying to see how much more they can take how much more it can take away from us before the year ends. And a couple of days ago, actress Carrie Fisher, who you may know plays Princess Leia in the Star Wars original trilogy, and as well as in last year's Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And spoiler alert, she was brought back in the form of her younger self via motion capture in Rogue One, a Star Wars story, which was just released. And again, spoiler alert. So I found out a couple of days ago that she suffered a heart attack. Now they made it seem that she was recovering. Or I don't know, I just never really looked into it, but I just found out today, December 27th, 2016. Mm. Again, I'm sorry for the yawn. Just sometimes I get a little nervous when I yawn, and plus it's 2:30 in the morning, so I'm just slightly tired. But I really wanted to get this video out before I go. Obviously, I'm talking about the passing of Carrie Fisher. Yeah, now there have been many celebrity deaths. Some of them that actually hit me right here. Like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. That was the first one that actually really bummed me out. That was the one that legitimately bummed me out. And then any other celebrity death after that I actually got really upset over was Paul Walker and Robin Williams, and I did a video on them a couple of years ago, if you remember. But this one right here, yeah, this one also hits me on that kind of note too, because obviously, if you follow my channel, you know I am a huge Star Wars fan, and the original Star Wars trilogy, like to me, that was my bread and butter growing up, and I just used to always watch those movies all the time. I wore those VHS tapes out, and I Star Wars is love to me, like you know, and Carrie Fisher playing Princess Leia was a big part of that. And it's just weird because it's like it's not until they pass on that it really puts everything in perspective, and you truly appreciate why you love them in a certain role or a movie. Because it's and one of the things that I like about Star Wars is Princess Leia, because it's like on the surface, it's like, yeah, she's playing a princess and she was pretty, but she wasn't just a princess. She wasn't just like the damsel in distress character. Like she was someone that actually stood up for herself and had spunk and did more than just that. Like just in the very first Star Wars movie alone, when Luke Skywalker came to save her, she was like a little short for a stormtrooper, and then she gives Han Solo shit talking about, I don't know what you're talking about, but from now on you do as I say. Can someone get this walking car out of my way? Like, like I feel like because like you also got to think that movie came out in 1977, and that pretty much showed us like you can be pretty much feminine and yet still be a badass. And yet, like in some movies, Hollywood just can't get that right, and we did that back in 1977. Now, granted, we're continuing on with that in the Star Wars universe with like The Force Awakens with Rey and Rogue One with Jyn Erso, but like I feel like Carrie Fisher, she was really the first one to do it. Wonder Woman also falls in that category because Wonder Woman, she's been around for decades after decades after decades. But Princess Leia, that's what she pretty much showed me, and that's one of the things I like in movies is strong female characters, and that's what I like about Princess Leia is that she was a strong female character, and I love Carrie Fisher for that because she definitely brought that to the character, and it's also just funny because like not only that she played Princess Leia and like they also reveal all these other things she did. Now granted, like as I got older, I knew through the news and whatnot that she struggled in the past with alcohol and drug addiction. But she's gotten better with all that, and she's a very talented writer and she's wrote a couple of books and that she's had a couple of writing credits in a couple of movies. So it's like it showed that she did more so behind the scenes. And I know she's had trouble trying to shake Princess Leia off, but I think eventually, she kind of accepted that, and that's why she did behind the scenes, and she was very successful at it. And she's gotten married a couple of times. She has a daughter named Billy Lord, who's on the show Scream Queens, which I like that show right now, and I think she's fantastic on that show. And it's just, and it also has, for some reason, I don't know why, but it just has me worried for her. But I do also feel for her, because again, like I lost a parent earlier this year, and I can only imagine what this feels for her. If you know John Kempia, he's part of the Collider News team, and he did a video on this, and he brought up something that I didn't even realize, but there was a period of time where Carrie Fisher, she stayed out of the spotlight for a little bit, but it wasn't until she was brought back for The Force Awakens to reprise her role as Princess Leia that she started showing up to conventions and celebrations, and she sees all the fans, and she didn't realize how much she was beloved as Princess Leia. Now, granted, she knew before, but she didn't realize that after decades after decades after decades upon generations upon generations upon generations, that fans still love her, and that in that. I'm just glad that she got to see that. And, like, I'm sorry, it's just really, I really just devastated right now because, like, yes, I'm sorry, it's just outside of my father passing away, which definitely hit me the most this year of all the deaths this year, because that one hit me more so on a personal note. I say this is the next one because this is the next one that kind of hits close to home because I love movies and I love Star Wars, and a character, an actress that played a beloved character in a franchise that I love passes away. I kind of take that to heart. But I don't want to rabble on too long, but that's all I just really wanted to say and just give my small thoughts out about this. And it's just, well, Carrie Fisher, you are a true Hollywood legend. Rest in paradise. You are now one with not only the Force, but with God. You are one with the Force. The Force is with you. Rest in paradise. You will truly be missed. And thank you for the many years that you've not only brought upon me, but with many other fans as Princess Leia and all the other works that you did. You will truly be missed.